Have you ever felt like your own mind is working against you? You tell yourself you want peace, but your thoughts keep spinning, even when it's quiet. You say you want to grow, but you keep falling into the same habits. You try to change, but something always pulls you back. It's frustrating, isn't it? It feels like you're fighting yourself. One part of you wants more from life, but another part just wants to stay where it's safe, even if that safe place is making you miserable. Here's the truth. If you don't learn how to control your mind, it will end up controlling you. And the scariest part is, most people don't even notice it happening. They think it's just who they are. They settle. They cope. They stay stuck, thinking it's normal. But it's not. This video is different. This isn't about motivation that fades after 10 minutes. This is about taking your power back. This is about finally understanding how your mind works, so you can stop being at war with it. Stick around until the end, because we're going deep. We're going honest. And we're going to rebuild the way you think, piece by piece. Let's get into it. Part 1. Understand, your mind is not your ally. Yet, let's start with something most people never hear. Your mind is not automatically on your side. That might sound strange. After all, it's your mind. It's your thoughts. But here's the reality. Your mind is built for survival, not success. It's designed to protect you, not to push you forward. So when you try to do something uncomfortable, like starting a new habit, facing a fear, or chasing a dream, your mind doesn't cheer you on. It panics. It throws doubts at you. It fills your head with what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. Why? Because discomfort feels dangerous. To your mind, even small risks can feel like threats. So it clings to what's familiar, even if what's familiar is hurting you. That's why you procrastinate. That's why you avoid hard conversations. That's why you go back to old habits that no longer serve you. Your mind isn't trying to ruin your life. It just doesn't know any better. It's working on old programming. Programming built on fear, avoidance, and survival. But here's where things change. You are not your thoughts. Let that sink in. You are the one watching the thoughts. You are the one choosing how to act. You are the commander, not the mind itself. But if you don't take control, your mind will take the wheel. It will lead you in circles. It will sabotage your progress. It will drag you through life reacting to fear instead of responding with purpose. So here's your first shift. Stop expecting your mind to be helpful by default. Instead, start treating it like a muscle, one that needs training, direction, and discipline. When a negative thought shows up, pause and observe it. Don't believe everything you think. Don't follow every emotion that hits you. Because real growth, real transformation, starts with awareness. You can't fix what you don't understand. So understand this. Until you train it, your mind will not be your ally. But once you do, it becomes your most powerful weapon. Let's move to the next part. Part 2. Recognize the traps, how your mind manipulates you. Let's be honest. Your mind will lie to you. It will whisper that you're not ready, that people don't like you, that there's no point in even trying. And if you don't catch those lies when they show up, they'll quietly become your truth. Not because they are true, but because you never question them. This is how people stay stuck. Not because they don't have potential, not because they're lazy, but because they believe every thought that floats through their head. And they treat those thoughts like facts. But here's the thing, your thoughts are not solid. They're more like clouds. They pass. They shift. They come and go. Some are dark. Some are light. But none of them are permanent unless you make them. The problem is, most people build their entire identity under the worst clouds. They sit in the middle of a storm, convincing themselves that the sun is gone forever, when really all they needed to do was wait, or better yet, walk forward. This is where mental strength starts, recognizing when your mind is manipulating you. It doesn't mean your mind is evil. It just means it's doing what it's always done, trying to protect you, trying to keep you safe, even if that means lying to you about what you're capable of. So when a heavy thought hits you, pause. Don't react to it like it's truth. Instead, ask yourself, is this a fact or is it fear? Is this helping me grow or just making noise? The moment you ask that, you interrupt the cycle. You give yourself space. And that space is where clarity lives. It's not about never having negative thoughts. That's impossible. It's about learning to see them without becoming them. You don't need to fight every thought. You just need to stop letting them lead you, because your mind can be a master manipulator. But with awareness, it becomes a tool instead of a trap. And once you learn to challenge those lies, you take your first real step toward control. Let's move forward. Part 3. Discipline is the solution. You won't wake up one morning with a quiet, focused, and powerful mind already built. It doesn't happen by chance or overnight. It's something you create little by little, day by day, with intention and effort. Discipline isn't about grinding yourself down or pushing yourself to the breaking point. Instead, it's about training your attention, shaping your habits, and building a shield that protects your mind from the noise and chaos around you. Think of discipline as armor. It's what keeps your mind sharp, steady, and safe. This armor is made up of simple daily choices you make and stick to, even when you don't feel like it. For example, don't check your phone the moment you wake up. That small decision gives your mind space before the world's distractions rush in. Spend at least 10 minutes a day sitting quietly without your phone, without noise, just stillness. It might feel strange or uncomfortable at first, but it's like giving your mind a chance to rest and reset. Another important part of discipline is learning to pause when emotions rise. Instead of reacting immediately to every strong feeling, stop and ask yourself what's really happening inside. What's behind that emotion? Writing down what triggers you can help you see patterns you weren't aware of. When your mind feels stuck or overwhelmed, moving your body can help shift your mood and clear your head. Even a short walk or some stretching can make a big difference. These habits aren't just routines you check off. They're mental armor that prevents you from falling back into old, harmful habits and thoughts. Without this discipline, your mind becomes a playground for weakness, confusion, and fear, allowing doubt to control you. But with discipline, your mind becomes a weapon, strong, sharp, and able to cut through distractions and chaos with ease. Discipline bridges the gap between wanting change and actually becoming that change. It's the key that gives you control over your mind, and through that, control over your life. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. You only need to be consistent. That is where true transformation begins. Part 4. Emotional Control, the Stoic Edge. Think about Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Roman emperors. He ruled an empire with absolute power, carrying endless pressure and responsibility on his shoulders. Despite all that power, he knew something very important, which he wrote down in his personal reflections called the Meditations. He said that real power isn't about controlling what happens outside, but about controlling your own mind. This idea lies at the very heart of Stoic philosophy. True strength comes from mastering your emotions. The Stoics didn't try to ignore or suppress their feelings. They understood that emotions like anger, fear, or frustration are a natural part of being human. The problem isn't having these emotions, it's letting them control your actions and cloud your judgment. The Stoics practiced emotional mastery, which means they learned to feel their emotions without being ruled by them. One powerful way they trained their minds was through voluntary discomfort. They would purposely expose themselves to small hardships or challenges, like cold baths or fasting, not to punish themselves, but to prepare for bigger struggles. This practice helped them stay calm when real difficulties came, because they had already faced discomfort on their own terms. Another tool they used was imagining the worst-case scenarios, not to scare themselves, but to prepare mentally for anything life might throw at them. This mental exercise helped reduce fear and anxiety by accepting that bad things can happen, and that they could handle those moments with calm and reason. Journaling was also a daily habit for many Stoics. Writing down their thoughts and reflecting on their day gave them a chance to slow down and think clearly. Instead of reacting immediately to stress or conflict, they created space to respond wisely. This space between what happens and how you react is where your real power lives. You don't have to yell, panic, or act on every sudden feeling. You can choose to pause, breathe, and decide your response calmly. When you control your emotions, you control yourself. And when you control yourself, you gain the power to face any situation with strength and clarity. This is the Stoic Edge, a quiet, steady strength that comes from mastering your mind and emotions, not from trying to control the world around you. This calm power is available to anyone willing to practice it. It's not about being perfect. It's about being aware and intentional in how you react to life's challenges. Part 5. Choose your inputs and guard your mind like a fortress. You are what you feed your mind. Just like your body needs good food to stay healthy, your mind needs good input to stay strong and clear. If you constantly fill your mind with useless noise, negative gossip, junk content, or toxic people, don't be surprised when your thoughts become chaotic, weak, and small. Many people don't realize how much their environment and what they consume every day shape their mental state. If you want a strong, focused, and powerful mind, you have to be very selective about what you allow in. Be ruthless when it comes to your mental diet. Start asking yourself simple questions about everything you take in. Does this teach me something valuable? Does this challenge my thinking in a way that helps me grow? Does this bring clarity and understanding? Or does it only confuse me or drain my energy? If the answer is no, cut it out without hesitation. Imagine you wouldn't eat poison because it would harm your body. So why would you allow poison into your mind? Feed your mind with philosophy, wisdom, and clarity. Read books that make you think deeply and help you understand life better. Listen to ideas that inspire you to become a better version of yourself. Spend time walking in silence, away from noise and distractions, giving your mind a chance to rest and reset. Surround yourself with people who are building something meaningful, those who challenge you to grow, not drag you down. Your friends, your daily habits, even the videos or shows you watch all contribute to shaping your thoughts. Remember, your environment shapes your thoughts, and your thoughts shape your destiny. Protect your mind like a fortress. Guard it carefully, because what you feed it will grow. If you want strength, wisdom, and control, start by choosing your inputs wisely. Your mind is your most valuable asset. Treat it like the treasure it is. By controlling what you consume mentally, you take a powerful step toward controlling your life. The final chapter. This is the transformation. If you're still here, it means something hit home. You know your mind has been running the show, and not in your favor. But that changes now. Start observing. Start questioning. Start choosing. Because the truth is, a mind you don't control will slowly destroy your life. But a mind you master, it will change everything. Comment below. What's one thought pattern you're done letting control you? Your comment might be the mirror someone else needs. This isn't just a video. It's your wake-up call, your guide, your battle plan. Stay sharp. Stay grounded. This is Stoic Clarity,